Hey guys, Searcher Reactions here. We're back. I'm Shane.
Zakk.
We're back here with another episode of Clone Wars. Zakk, because of our shooting schedule, it's been a little bit while. But the last episode was Bounty Hunters, which was kind of
With the Seven Samurai.
Seven Samurai themed episode. You know, George and Dave, they kind of have their favorite movies and they go with different themes. You're going to see, especially when George is on his way out, you see more and more Lord of the Rings references. You know what I mean? And you see, yeah, he's like obsessed with Lord of the Rings. And I know you know about Ahsoka, and I know you've seen The Mandalorian. So there's a lot of like iconography with her and Gandalf and stuff like that, and Gandalf the White later on. It's pretty cool if you know what to look for. You probably notice it more than me, actually. In this upcoming episode, you're going to see a little bit of that type of, like leaning on some of their favorite movies growing up as kids, right? But the last episode. But yeah, we just want to go ahead and jump in the next one, guys. We're going to do that now.
Separatist forces are on the verge of claiming the planet Malastare.
That's where the Dugs are from.
Now at the Imperial Palace of Dojiris, the leader of the Dugs. The Jedi count down the minutes until the detonation of their doomsday device.
The Dugs.
Yeah. That's way bigger than the Naboo invasion.
Yeah, I know.
The clones and your people will be quite safe. We have accounted for every probable outcome.
It's the improbable that concerns me, Doctor.
We just need to hold the baggage on the bomb's drop. Blast them!
There's a million of them, man.
It made it seem like they'd be moving a little faster. They're inbound! With that landscape in their formation, why didn't they just drop the bomb sooner? They could have dropped that bomb way before the droids were anywhere closer.
I don't know.
They're not funneling them into a tighter spot to make a more compact target.
Maybe they want to take out the tanks?
The tanks are there too in the formation.
Bombs away.
If you were like a human organism down there, you would definitely get hurt. Okay, I mean, at ground zero there's that, and then, okay.
The droid army was completely neutralized by the bomb.
Sir, we have a report from the front. They've lost contact with the rescue team.
One problem always seems to replace another.
We are waiting for 2 more members of the council to arrive. They will sign the treaty.
We appreciate your cooperation. Without your fuel, our offensive will grind to a halt.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I'm here. What
We
the?
need your help.
That's the biggest sinkhole I've ever seen in my life.
Arms,
Yeah.
little flailing things,
Now's our chance. Let's go.
swatting at it like a fly.
Yeah. Like kind of King Kong on top of the Empire State Building.
What?
We're going to need some heavy artillery.
That thing ate it.
That thing. It is a Zillo Beast. They once roamed Malastare, devouring our ancestors.
It had lived peacefully below the surface for all these years.
Until you unleashed it with your bomb.
We dropped that bomb to save your planet, at your request.
I recommend that we transport it off the planet as soon as possible. We can find a place for it to live undisturbed in the Outer Rim. It is not the Jedi way to take an innocent life, especially if it is the last of its kind.
What if we let the Dugs think we killed it? Then we could have the treaty and the creature.
We'll handle it, Jedi.
I said order them to stop.
All wise. We are innocent life forms too, are we not?
Charge up the rays.
Keep the beam on him, he's getting tired.
Keep it going, man.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Republic, Dojurus. I am sure this business arrangement will be mutually beneficial.
Shagohog.
Guys, that was our reaction, his reaction, and this is our discussion. So, like I said before, now we're leading into Godzilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're a pretty big fan of Godzilla. When I was younger, we used to watch them at your grandma's house. I don't remember much about them. It was the older ones.
I don't... See, I'm not... I've said this before about Hugo Weaving. I'm not a diehard fan. I don't know everything about them.
Yeah.
I'm a casual fan.
Yeah.
There are certain eras of Godzilla.
Yeah.
Of when they were produced, so many films that were made in certain time periods. And I don't remember the time periods of the films that I watched. I just rented them all from Kroger's.
I thought a lot of them were black and white or real old.
They were just really old.
60s.
Like 60s or 70s.
Yeah.
My favorites now are definitely Shin Godzilla.
Okay.
And the original.
Okay.
The 54 version.
Yeah.
And those are probably the best ones to me. They're definitely the most serious.
Yeah.
The other ones are kind of campy.
Yeah.
And you get into the American ones, they're definitely a lot more American.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the name of the talk show or the podcast, but they were talking about Godzilla and how Americans simply just cannot make a good Godzilla film, one that's on par with the Japanese counterparts, because the Japanese have that history and that hurt from the atomic weapon.
Okay.
And that's in their culture, and so their culture comes out so much more in the films at their height.
Yeah.
Whereas we just make it and it's a big fucking monster movie.
Yeah.
With cool effects and cool battles and cool looking people and everything else, but the Japanese make it something there's so much more heart behind it. And it's I think theirs are by far superior to anything we've produced.
Yeah, I haven't seen I remember Godzilla that came out in 99. It had Matthew Broderick.
Yeah.
I had a VHS. I liked it when I was a kid. I haven't seen it.
Scoffy.
Clovis America. Yeah, I mean, that was okay. It definitely wasn't really about... It wasn't like a metaphor for nuclear holocaust.
Well, see, the original was.
Yeah.
And then Shin Godzilla, which is was directed by the same guy that directed Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Okay.
And, I don't remember his name.
Yeah.
But he kind of revamped it. It's kind of a rebirth.
Okay.
And a lot of it directly criticizes the Japanese government's response to some natural disaster that happened over there or something.
Like an earthquake?
Maybe the earthquake and that nuclear fallout from it.
Okay.
Like the nuclear power plants. I really don't know if it was that or the tsunami.
Was there like a Chernobyl?
It might have been the tsunami.
Okay.
I really don't know.
Okay.
I'm not going to claim to know.
Yeah.
But I know that they really go into the bureaucracy of the Japanese government and how so much red tape is there that they're tripping over trying to deal with this monster.
Sounds familiar.
And it's really, really good. And
it's an anime, right?
No. Shin Godzilla?
Oh, it's a live action movie?
Live action.
Oh, I didn't know that. I always thought it was an anime when you described it.
Oh.
Okay.
It's fantastic. And just the way that Godzilla is brought and the way they tie America into it, and they tie the nuke back into the story, is really cool.
Okay.
So it's very well thought out, very well delivered.
Yeah.
Very good film. But I also had the benefit, though, of having someone that understood all that view it with me and explain a lot of that shit to me.
Yeah.
Which made me appreciate it more, but I probably wouldn't have... I may have watched it on my own. Like, this all seems really cool, but if you don't know what's going on, it's
He enlightened
it's
you a
very
little bit.
fast paced.
He enlightened you a little
Well,
bit.
he's like, well, this is why they're doing this, and this is why they're doing that. Or if I just watched it on my own, I'd be like, it's very fast paced.
You might have just took it for what it was without any kind of
any appreciation for everything. So.
It's always cool when someone can do that for you.
Well, it was helpful in that circumstance.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, I wouldn't expect that type of thing from this.
I don't. I think the imagery was really cool.
Yeah.
When it showed the Zillo Beast down in the hole, way down in the hole, but there was like smoke all around it, fog and shit, and you show it moving around when the bombs are going off.
Yeah.
A lot of really cool imagery associated with the monster. So I think they do pay a lot of homage to Kaiju film.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's really cool.
Yeah, so Filoni and George were pretty big fans. I mean, Filoni especially. On one of the Clone Troopers helmets, I can't remember the Clone Trooper's name. He has a name. Filoni made like a Godzilla type.
I see it looked more to me like a snake because of the way their visor is incorporated in the helmet. It made it look like a tongue.
Oh, yeah?
So you see like the snake eyes and shit. You see that the way that visor branches down into a fork.
Yeah.
It looks like a snake tongue.
That makes sense, yeah. I thought it was like a little snaky. And the other one has something on his helmet too, but I don't remember recalling seeing it. Maybe you see it in the next episode. So they're going to bring this thing back to study the Coruscant.
Yeah, that was like a great idea.
Yeah, it sounds like an amazing idea. We you've seen enough to kind of understand.
It's like zombie film now when we watch it. We're a culture. We're supposed to pretend like these people that are this shit's happening to.
They never seen.
Have no association with the subject.
Yeah.
So, or at least very little. Mm-hmm. And so in this, they didn't watch King Kong. They didn't watch Jurassic Park.
Yeah, you think on one of their plans before they discovered faster than light travel, someone made some kind of King Kong type thing.
You think
Godzilla,
maybe it's lost in the archives.
Well, the idea is like this came out in the 70s, and it's based on a universe from a long time ago, and as we like, they're not walking around.
King Kong and Godzilla both predate that. So.
You're right, but I mean, when he created the universe, I think he created it. So
he
took place a
a
long time ago.
Yeah, and I get that.
Yeah.
And I also get that they're not going to watch our shit.
Yeah.
But did they have their own versions of our shits?
Yeah, like they have phones, like they have communicators, but they won't have iPads, and Star Wars is never going to do that.
And they don't have security cameras.
Yeah. So. I mean, that ruins everything in most movies, honestly.
It does.
So it's really hard, from my understanding, for George Lucas to sign off on something being lightsaber resistant. He has to be compelled. But he's a fan of Godzilla, and he said, I think it'd be a great opportunity to do that. So they got him to sign off on it, and obviously now they're very interested in that factor in particular. Yeah. So, what do you think of the Dugs?
The Dugs, or they're saying you get what you get with Sebulba.
Yeah, you see that speciesist type behavior reverberate through Star Wars. Yeah. The Neimoidians are all these, grubby, greedy bastards and snaky piece of shits. So you do have that. They broke that stereotype with
the weak way are all fucking pirates and from
Cockney bastards. Yeah. You see that with Sebulba's species as well. Yeah. But yeah, so this was a pretty cool episode. This is like the Godzilla one, and they call him a Zillo Beast. Yeah. Yeah, we had Anakin and Mace working together. We had Mace obviously kind of foreboding, I wonder if Coruscant's safe.
Yeah. Well, obviously it's not going to be.
Yeah, it's not going to be. Which, that's, you can speculate, but that's pretty cool. But now they have him.
Speculate. Why would they take him to Coruscant? The thing's still alive. It's tearing shit up.
See,
they get their Coruscant and everything's okay and it doesn't break out.
I'm gonna have to review.
I guess everything's fine. That's the end of the episode.
I'm gonna have to review that before we do it because I'm trying to think Palpatine is smarter than all these people. I'm trying to think I know he'd have a lot of motivation for having, lightsaber proof armor. Mm-hmm. But I'm trying to think as a leader, and obviously he hasn't seen very many monster movies either.
How would make him look?
I can't imagine him ever watching anything.
No,
I don't.
Well, you can be like Ozymandias in Watchmen. Mm-hmm. He has this humongous TV setup where he just takes in small bursts of information at once. So, Shredder does it.
He does.
So
he throws knives at it when he's mad.
Silencer, and get me a new TV.
Guys, thank you so much for watching his reaction to Clone Wars. We hope you liked our discussion. If you like Godzilla or King Kong, or any of the kaiju type stuff, let us know in the comments. Yeah, if you've seen Shin Godzilla, let us know. Let us know what you think. And make sure you check out our other videos, and leave a comment, like, and subscribe.